them. I've never seen any of these guys actually, so I have no idea what they play.
Nope.
If any of these tires bands are targeted, obviously the Evelyn band coming out right now from Shirley, extremely broken. The targeted Thresh band actually onto Repugnant.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see something actually. As we all know, Trilly is very against the jungle changes. We've all
He's an advocate
to the jungle is horrid
soliciting.
now,
Yeah.
and I'm interested to see if his team actually runs the jungle.
It will because he's been talking a lot about the 2-1-2 and the 1-2-1 and the 1-2-2 and the 1-3-1.
Who's Dark Squirrel? I don't know. Someone just added me.
Actually, the Alistair support coming out from Repugnant. I've actually seen his Alistair plays. They're scary. Repugnant is extremely good with Alistair.
Alistair, I feel if Alistair's cooldowns got lowered again and he got something other than his heal, like if he got some other like nice part of a kit, he'd be back in top tier supports. Because I think with the Targans for melee supports, it's everything Alistair wants.
Yeah, exactly.
On the other side, we see a Blitz and a Xin Zhao.
Now we're seeing a teleport flash blitz, so that might be a top blitz.
It might be a trade. I feel like that's probably going to end up being traded. If not, that's awesome. The top crank is really good.
Top Crank is probably my favorite to watch because Top Crank just dummies people. Especially, I've seen Top AD Crank a couple of times, and that's scary.
I've ran it a few times. The level 1 Sheen is pretty great.
Yep.
You just walk up and you start Doran's Blade and just walk up and auto someone for like 180 damage.
Yep.
We're gonna see another Nautilus here. It looks like Steelkeeper, probably gonna be running that jungle Nautilus. She's a really big fan of it. She's a very good player of Nautilus. Used to play it a lot. I know might still. So we got Xin Zhao and Renekton coming out.
And the Lux mid, as mentioned, is coming out.
It looks like it might be, yes. We see
it looks like it will be Vayne Blitzcrank bottom. I actually haven't seen that combo before, but I can't imagine it would be.
if Blitz is standing in the bush and he lands a hook,
Exactly,
it's a free condemn.
Exactly.
Every time. But he also has to be careful about if he doesn't knock Alistair up the second he pulls him in, it's a free Alistair combo. And we are going to get a change to Caitlyn. Caitlyn Blitz is actually really fun.
Yeah,
I
love Caitlyn Blitz.
You drop a trap under Blitzcrank in the bush, and then as soon as he pulls the person, they get stuck on the trap, and then you knock them up.
Yep. Caitlyn Blitz has been running since probably mid to late season 2. The Shyvana jungle. I'm going to see this in this tournament because I love watching other Shyvanas play. It's Shyvana top.
I think it's Shyvana top, which is also incredibly, incredibly strong. I'm going to move my screen a bit so we can get a little more Susan Coffee into the stream. Because everyone's day could use more Susan Coffee.
Everyone's day can use more Susan Coffee.
There's no time when more Susan Coffee will make your day worse. So it looks like we will be seeing this top Shyvana, unless it's a top Nautilus. We're going to see the dog instead.
Did you see the meme in the the scumbag Lee in the stream chat?
No.
Steals Penta from support Annie. And it's the scumbag Steve.
That's gotta go in the group. This is why I wish I had 2 monitors so I could look at this. I'm gonna have to buy. I'm probably gonna buy a cheap as shit monitor.
I have a feeling
that more Suzanne Coffee.
This Tryndamere is actually going to be banned all tournament after that last show of
Force.
Lee doing Lee things. I'll say that.
So it looks like we're gonna have the Xin Zhao jungle from. You should look up the bracket and tell me which team it is. The support Blitzcrank. Top lane is going to be Renekton. Mid lane is going to be Gragas. And okay, I don't know.
I'm honestly really surprised Trilly banned Eve instead of picking. Because did they have first pick? Or did they have?
They
Or
didn't. They
Okay.
had he probably just didn't want to deal with her. If
That's
they
fair.
took her. So we're gonna be getting into this game here. Nasus running the Flash Ignite instead of the usual Ghost Teleport or Ghost Ignite that you'd see on a Nasus.
Second here. I'm just checking the bracket.
This is Kawaii Desu and Live Free Dive Hard, correct?
Well, if I could tell you, if I could find the actual bracket list. Alright, I have to go to the actual circuit. I figured it would
Yep.
be in this Skype.
Live Free
history.
Dive Hard and the Kawaii Desu.
Is it Live Free Dive Hard?
Yes. Actually,
That's hilarious.
it might
Right,
be-
That is hilarious.
they might. That might actually be one of those teams against Team Forest. I'm not 100% certain.
Live Free Dive Hard. That's a pretty hilarious name.
It is a-
Anyone watching.
It is a solid name.
Let's see here. Yeah, Live Free Dive Hard against Team Force, it looks like right now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be doing Easy Dunk against Wally's Moneymakers.
Interesting. More Susan Coffee.
That's all that matters.
So I'm gonna take a quick look at some runes here, see what people are running. Trilly on the. Actually, I want to see what the Xin Zhao plans to run in for his runes. Looks like he's running scaling magic resist, attack speed, armor, and move speed. Gragas, I want to see if the Gragas is running hybrid penetration, as Gragas has incredible early auto attacks. Nope, just flat AP, scaling AP, and magic pen. 0 defensive stats on the Gragas, and his masteries: enchanted armor, because bonus armor and magic resist when you take none is good. Not taking the block mastery, and tough skin, because
Actually, I'm gonna check out this Nasus Masteries as well. Be interesting to see if he went into the offense or defense. If he did go into the defensive, which I think is absolutely so
Yeah.
broken right now. Defense is incredibly broken in my opinion right now.
yeah, he did go into the defensive tree for his masteries.
Taking standard AD exposed weakness to martial mastery.
Yep. And then a lot of armor penetration, actually.
Yeah. A lot of armor penetration.
That
This is
is
actually 17 armor pen that early should be pretty scary. I mean, he's not obviously not gonna have the Q stacks, but if he gets a Sheen early, that should be pretty terrifying.
in addition to the fact that his Spirit Fire reduces armor.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
early trade, like level 3 or 4, once he has all his skills. With that much armor penetration, depending on when Renekton starts, he may be able to reduce Renekton to like 5 armor. Which
Yeah,
means he'll be hitting him for basically true damage.
He'll be true damaging his Qs after that. Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's not something you ever want. Ever.
I am so excited to see Repugnance
Oh.
Alistair because it is terrifying.
So, we were actually wrong. They are not playing Blitzcrank. I don't know what champion that is, but it is definitely not Blitzcrank.
Oh, I wonder who the sport's gonna be. We'll have to see when we get into the game.
We do know it is definitely not Blitzcrank.
It might be a Vi because Caitlyn Vi is always the following the lore for the lane,
Yep.
but it's most certainly definitely not Blitzcrank.
We do see another Astro Nautilus. Infernal Alistair. Nasus doesn't need a skin, but Infernal Nasus is a thing. That is awesome.
This is nice. I love seeing the mix up to the current meta, like Nautilus, or I guess the previous meta, because Nautilus jungle obviously fell off in not fell off, but was uncommon in season 3.
Played it. I think it got played once at Worlds by Saint.
Yeah.
Once or twice. Nasus making his comeback.
Nasus is making a huge comeback, a very very strong comeback.
He was in the jungle early on in season 3, but then fell out of it,
Yeah, he was one of the strongest junglers in season 3 at the beginning of it.
along with Volibear.
But that was also the time of League of the Cleavers and League of the Ruin King.
The Volibear. The Burr. Alright, and
we're seeing the Doran pot start on Lucian. That Lucian is just so good early and late. He's just great all around. I just love Lucian.
Yeah.
Great character, great damage, great mobility as well. A great thing about AD carries is having mobility and not like when I play AD carries, Ashe is probably my least favorite for the reason of mobility. I just find she's really slow, but I mean you can kite with her Q, but as for getting over walls and stuff, you don't have that ability that Lucian and Ezreal and
looks like they're gonna be walking into Lucian Nautilus here. They're gonna try and run the invade, but he's not gonna like this much.
Get caught out here.
Oh.
I set a shield, so there is no hook for that. But a stupid amount of shield early on.
Yep.
That's the runic shield. Yeah, okay, that's the runic shield as well.
Yes. Oh, she does have that. Yeah. So it looked so.
Maybe going for a Tribush invade, and it looks like they're walking down there to check it. No totems being used actually, because you can't use them this early. Yeah, you can't use them this early.
Lux actually does not have her bind. So their most reliable CC would be a Flash Pulverize, and they're gonna walk into the Blitzcrank. And here's a Pulverize. Blitzcrank taking a lot of damage.
Blitzcrank. Actually, the Flash. Will Purper get the kill? Yeah, he's definitely gonna get the kill here. He's walking into cornered territory.
And a Q stack.
Nasus will get the Q stack.
6 stacks right off the bat. And that's a first blood for Nasus, who started a Doran shield. He can go back and buy whatever the hell he wants. Boots or...
have a really hard time top against him now with that.
Yep, he went with Boots. It would have been interesting. I actually kind of would have liked to see him go for a Doran's Blade there.
Yeah.
Just with his innate sustain from his passive, the Doran's Blade would just be incredible. I like to get all 3 Doran's items on Nasus, actually.
Honestly, man, like Doran's items are so strong.
Just buy 2 of each, and you're golden.
Full build.
Yeah, it's the Genja special.
Actually, Renekton dealing quite a bit of damage to Nasus there.
Nasus did get to lane late, so he is actually behind in experience to Renekton, so Renekton does have that level advantage. If Renekton can build his Fury up and just get a Fury W off onto Nasus, Nasus could be in some serious trouble here.
Yeah, Lux is farming under tower here, getting out CS by Gragas right now. Actually, we'll...
And very low as well.
Very low, yeah. Sitting at 2 CS, 3 CS, 2 Gregs is 11. Lucian's at 9 CS, 2 Caitlyn's 4 CS.
Gotta rearrange these again, because I'm bad at this game.
Renekton having 11 CS, 2 Nasus is 5 CS, actually, but he did get that first blood. Yep. And, you know, the 9 in the jungle compared to the 10, the junglers are pretty even right now. Yep. Actually, Steelkeeper just going to his red just now after invading the first one. So he'll have another extended red buff. Yep. Resetting that timer.
He's getting 3 buffs as opposed to Xin Zhao's only 1. I'm not going to have that red buff. But it looks like Xin Zhao may think of coming in here on the bot lane. No words on the Tribush or the River. Blitzcrank, of course, great at setting up ganks. You know, he lands a hook. This will be a kill here. Xin Zhao going to give it. But this
great knockup by Rebuck. Great hook! Amazing hook by Blitzcrank there. Right at the edge. And there's that repugnant disengage that he's so known for. Will he get the 3rd hit for the knockup? No, he won't.
No.
But that's what I'm talking about. Repugnance Alistar is just so good at... He's not going to be doing any damage, but the plays he makes on his Alistar are just terrifying. Actually, up top here we have a missed hook by Nautilus onto that Renekton. He's going to walk away from that one.
Does really pressure. A lot of damage there onto Xin Zhao, actually. Here's the problem with Alistar right now, though, is his combo is 140 mana, and he has 330 right now. So he goes Zoom after 1-2 combos.
Yeah.
Not very fun. but Flash was burned there. Poor Burt. Hexar putting a lot. NASA's trying to put some good damage onto that Renekton there. Does get a couple hits off on him. Does get a Q off on him. Renekton instantly heals back up though with his Call to Meek there. Where the hell is Greg?
Actually, Renekton could probably engage here and clear that wave with 1 Q.
Yep. He's just waiting. He does have. Oh dear! I accidentally clicked back in time.
All right, so actually Nasus going out to ward, and Renekton's first ward dropping now. The
Right.
CS actually on the 80 carries, not too bad. 6 CS down by Caitlyn.
It's that mid
Nasus-
lane.
Exactly, that mid lane, 33 to 12. They're going to have to do something about that Gragas soon, or he will start to snowball.
Yep.
Steelkeeper's actually here looking for something to follow up on. Actually, threading the
Oh,
hook.
beautiful hook!
Beautiful threading the hook.
Bind-
I wanna put some
Dine didn't land, but that was an amazing hook out of Steelkeeper there, right in between all those minions.
If there was a highlight reel, that would be one of them. That was
Yep.
incredible. That was threading the needle there. Really well done. I imagine Zin's actually going to look for a counter gank here. With Scarlet Nova not having very much mana, so...
Yeah.
A call for a pause comes out.
A summoner has disconnected.
Caitlyn actually DCing there. Not actually certain what's
Call
happening.
for a pause. Her scream won't unlock. And Nass saying don't strat.
We'll keep chat on, keep the teams honest. Oh. There we go! Now I'm very happy I put
don't
on
know.
the chat.
See, I see 5 champions here, and I know you can only have 5 champions in this game, but I don't see a Blitzcrank. I think the other team is just playing mind games right now. They definitely don't have a Blitzcrank.
A summoner has reached.
Is that a Thresh mid? Alright, we'll see if the problem is fixed. It's Steve, actually. It's Steve from accounting is the support.
That must be a new champion. I missed that highlight. What's his kit like? I haven't seen his.
I think he's got a knock up and a pull and a speed boost.
An attack speed boost. Okay, and he has a silence for an ultimate, right?
Yeah, it's called read tax receipts.
Oh, cool.
Everyone just goes quiet as they realize they actually have no money because of taxes.
The pause coming off, resuming in 2 seconds.
And
Actually, still waiting here. Kind of losing out on some experience in farm right now. If he stays much longer, he's going to be falling pretty far behind.
Nasus went back and picked up a chain vest, so he's getting tanky. Renekton had actually started with a cloth armor. Renekton,
Which he kind of needed to, honestly. With that much armor reduction, it's kind of needed.
yeah. I feel he could have actually gotten away with an offensive start against Nasus, even with Nasus getting the first blood. It's just Nasus isn't strong enough early to deal with Renekton if Renekton goes offensive. As you can see right now, I mean, he's got that level advantage. Nasus still not quite yet 6. And Renekton hitting level 7 now. So if Renekton chooses to dive Nasus before he gets his ult up, but there it pops, he could have been able to get a kill on him early there.
Great flash to avoid the hook by Blitzcrank.
Renekton's coming around. Looks like they're going to dive onto Lux. She has no mana. Just used her snare. This looks to be a dead Demacian.
Oh my god,
That was...
that was next level dash there.
That was... Lux... honestly, if Lux had the time to use her flash, she might have actually been able to force Renekton to blow his ultimate there to survive.
Yeah.
But as it stands now,
For Falcus, Fulner, and Folklern, it's still off cooldown.
It's actually just called Final
Final
Spark,
Spark
now.
now. I know. I preferred Falconus, Falkner because it was to say.
Finals.
Falkern?
Vanellis. Fuck. Goddamn Luxalt. We're just gonna call it that.
German Sparkle Party.
Yes, German Sparkle Party.
Alright, that's what it was. I wonder if that was a tongue-in-cheek thing to the German Sparkle Party.
German Sparkle Parties, Brent's favorite kind of parties.
Renekton doing really well at CSing under tower.
Yep, Renekton with the Warden's Mail, Mercury Dress not going offensive at all.
Well, he is the team's tank, right? So that is needed.
Yeah.
Their team is pretty squishy with the exception of Blitzcrank, but I mean, Blitzcrank's not that next level tanky one anyway. Renekton is just so much better at that role. Actually, Nasus going in here on Xin.
He is though, so he's gonna have to back out of there. He did blow his ult for basically nothing there. If Renekton had came down, or if Gragas had came in, it would have been a dead Nasus. Repugnant doing his usual thing and roaming to the mid lane as the support.
He actually he didn't use his ultimate there.
Nasus?
Yeah. Nasus didn't use his ultimate there. Actually,
Really?
great barrier. Oh, the ignite. Okay. That was actually a really good play there by Mr. Graggy. But Alistair comes in with his...
The
just
double
like,
knock-up.
Yeah, he's just rest in peace. There's no even chance to flash there. There was just a chain CC. Those are the worst too. Like, just infuriating that you can't do anything. You're just there like pounding on your keyboard and nothing's happening.
And the chain knockups too, and knockups aren't reduced by tenacity.
Exactly.
So there's literally nothing you can do about that. You just have to sit there and take it like a bitch. Should probably be a little more PG on stream. Whoops!
Take it like a female dog.
My bad.
This CS again. Caitlyn falling far behind Lucian, 79 CS to 48 CS, with turning the tables on the same 62 CS to Lexus 26, 84 CS to Nasus 61. So actually quite out farming Nasus.
Yeah, that's a fairly high lead for the wreck. They're just landing the autos, but getting chunked down now by those Qs, even with the Warden's Mail.
Yeah, that stacking armor is just proving to really show its worth for Renekton right now. Really just kind of controlling that top lane right now.
Yep.
Actually, 2 wards coming out from Lux in River.
Yep, wants to know if Zinzao tries to make a play. Gragas just using his ultimate for harass there. Steve from accounting and Alistair just laughing at each other.
Actually, Steve from accounting is out CSing Alistair, if that's any, consolation. Gragas might get caught here by the hook into the binding, and a great job still getting away. The hook into the binding, though. Great job by Nautilus there for that.
That was a very good play. Alistair actually roaming up to mid lane after everyone's backed off. He's just like, guys, I want to kill people. And there's the ward right on top of him. Oh, the poor Alistair. He wants to make plays so badly, but it's just not happening. Lux down almost 50 CS here.
It looks like, I think Gragas is going to be going down here.
The headbutt into the bind, the knock up,
Into the slow.
Alistair
Into
just
the hook and the final spark. Steve from accounting almost getting a hook there. The exhaust comes out on a Nautilus. He will get the slow off and will get the bind off. Oh no, actually still gets away.
there's the shield.
There's the shield. Great job by Lux there getting that double shield off, which is absolutely, in my opinion, one of the best scaling AP moves in the game. That shield is so good.
It's almost 100 damage right now for one pass. So at level 1 with barely any AP, it's a 200 shield. Steve Ricciardi actually taking a lot of damage
He was
there.
taking a lot of damage there. Really good job. Actually, one sec. I'm getting a phone call. IRL. I'm gonna put the call on mute.
Alright, I'll just go. So, Nasus, what has been sitting up top lane for a while. He's down he's down 30 CS currently to Renekton. Has his Sheen, has a Chain Vest, building up towards his Trinity Force, and most likely either a Frozen Heart or a Sunfire Cape. I would prefer the Sunfire Cape. I think it's a better item in general. If you want cooldown reduction on Nasus, I think going for a Spirit Visage is better. But that's just my opinion. Nautilus looking to hand off the blue buff to Lux. Lux probably going to take that with her laser. Or Nautilus might actually take it for himself. I'm not certain. So if we look at the CS numbers, it's 117 for Lucian to 72 for Caitlyn. It's 95 to 40 for Gragas over Lux, and 115 to 83 for Renekton over Nasus, and then 52 to 52 for Nautilus and Xin Zhao. Nautilus with the 102, Xin Zhao with the triple zeros there. Lucian taking that Wraith Camp. Free gold. He's got a Bloodthirster, so he's not going to take any damage overall from that. Gragas has his Athene's Unholy Grail. Lux is about 700 gold from it. Gragas has his blue buff as well and 2 levels on Lux, so he's just clearing waves incredibly quickly. Really shoving down on this tower. It's taking a lot of damage. Lux eating huge chunks of damage from those barrels. They're really hitting hard here now. I'm lagging a little bit for whatever unknown reason. But back to the top lane, we can see they're just kind of standing there farming it out. Not really doing a whole lot to each other. X are getting some damage down there onto the Renekton, but not a whole lot. Renekton actually able to put out more damage. And there's a Blitz Hook onto Lucian. There's Xin Zhao right in there at the same time. Alistar going in there. Great knockups out of him. The culling coming off, but it looks like Lucian will be going down there. Alistar looks like he will survive though. Did his best to save his ADC, but there was only so much he could do with 3 people there. Geno X are getting actually the worst of it here from this Renekton. He'll put down good damage on him. Steelkeeper came to the bot lane just a little bit too slow, and it looks like there's going to be a dive here. Gragas coming in. There's Repugnant knocking him back. There's a hook and a bind. Gragas having a flash over the wall. There's an ult. Little late from Lux there.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. That was actually a really good play there by Trilly, I guess Bert. Bottom. He actually almost got away there if it wasn't for the Caitlyn ult. Really impressed with that.
Steve from accounting eating more turret shots.
They do not have a ward for this Alistar right now, and he actually might be able to get this combo off. Steve from accounting, looking to get the speed. Oh, there it is.
Oh, actually knocked Caitlyn out of the Nautilus hook. That feel when.
That feel my face won. Actually, mid turret going down, opening up that again. The mid turrets, in my opinion, are the most important turrets for that map control. Being able to cross over from jungle to jungle without any penalty for it is really good.
It looks like they are snagging a dragon here down on the bot lane, having forced Caitlyn
so
and
far,
Steve back.
12-13 is the 12 minutes and 13 seconds is the record for dragon. That was a 17-minute first dragon.
Yep.
We'll see if next team will get it earlier than 12 minutes and 13 seconds. Would certainly be interesting. Greg is dealing stupid amounts of damage right now with only just Athene's Unholy Grail.
Very, very high damage on his barrel toss and on his body slam. Looks like he's going to try going.
And he ults the minion.
And doesn't actually get it though. Steelkeeper was able to get that large raid. So that is quite possibly the least worth Gragas ult. Berbert. Looks like there's a scrap going on, but Repugnant has no mana. Bert getting a little low on health. Both ACs with their Bloodthirsters Berber with a second Vampiric Scepter, so he's got a lot of...
50 CS lead on Burpert right now. 143 to 99. Oh man, Steve with the counting with a great hook and knockup. Great job by Steve from accounting there.
Steve from accounting, really making me want to play that champion. Steve from accounting, he's the new OP, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Flash hook from Steve from accounting is the new meta.
Yeah.
In before World 4 championships.
Yep, Steve from accounting, pro advanced status. So Gino Hexar on the Nasus there has his Iceborne Gauntlet. So he's got his that's what he built his Sheen into instead of going for the Triforce. Looks like he's gonna try and steal away this blue, or he's just gonna walk away from it.
Yeah, that actually was probably a good choice not to try and take it. He
Renekton
didn't have any vision, but the crossover from Gragas is in. He will at least see it when it goes down and where they're heading from it.
This is true.
And he'll have a timer on it, of course.
He actually... Lux might have been able to steal that with her ultimate. Considering they did have vision on it, but... So it looks like they're gathering up. Gragas actually looped around Lux. He's actually about to come at her from her own tower.
It's the most hilarious.
Oh, that flash into the binding! That was amazing play by Scarlet Nova there. Incredible reactions, waiting until Gragas had started his dash before flashing.
Nasus almost going down there, actually.
Great hook.
Strong survivability there with that ultimate, though.
Yep. Gragas looking to make his way up to the top lane, or maybe try and find Scarlet Nova again. But
I think he's gonna catch Nautilus right here with the ultimate into the body slam, into the barrel toss. This Gragas gives zero
frags.
Yeah.
Oh, not enough to take down the Nautilus, though, but it looks like they're looping around. They are going in for this, but Spider Nautilus getting out of there. The belly flop into the body slam into there's no one here by Gragas there. Steve from accounting with another great hook onto Burpert. Our opponent actually missing the pulverize. Burpert taking a lot of damage from Caitlyn there.
Actually, might be. There's the
headbutt
knockback. Really, really good job in the spot lane from Caitlyn and Steve from accounting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a 50 CS difference between the 80 carries, but I mean, there's a 2-kill difference as well. If you look at the actual gold, it's 6.4 and 6.5. So Caitlyn actually being in the lead with that gold advantage.
Caitlyn actually equal in gold to, actually ahead of gold to Gragas. Gragas, actually, I just like for a second to note that
this Gragas, man, like
he's so mad right now with the headbutt. Oh my God, he's not gonna get out. He is not getting out. Nope.
Nope.
This Renekton actually sitting on nearly 200 CS right now.
Yeah, really, really good job by that Renekton top lane.
Yep. Finished off his Randuin's Omen, picked up a Tiamat, so he's got some damage now.
And it's 6.8k to Nasus's 6k.
Steve from accounting with another hook on a Burpert.
Great hook. Steve from accounting, I don't think has missed a hook yet. He is on fire with these hooks. Great job by Burpert kiting this Caitlyn around.
Yep.
Actually, great job by both AD carries with these kitings, but the hook from Nautilus will just be enough for.
Steve from accounting running away.
Getting chased down by this MOBA
Mobies.
Alistair right now.
Oh, the minion auto attack. Stop his mobies. Alistair does have an Ohm Wrecker.
That is true. They're going to be looking to do a lot of tower diving with this. 005 right now. Yeah. The difference between Steve from accounting, actually, for top lane, they're just going two Titans duking it out right now. Nasus and Renekton just looking to fight, but Nasus does not have the mana to keep fighting.
Oh. That is one advantage that Renekton definitely has over Nasus. He is a resourceless champion, unlike Nasus, who will go Burpert taking low one
Burpert on the flash, but he will still get the red buff proc and the Bork. Will be taking him down.
The Cutlass there, yep. And Renekton looking to take down this top tower as well. And there's the ward kill. The pink ward, as they're not invisible, are much easier to take down now. Gragas looking for people in bushes, but not able to find anyone there. Renekton looking to take these double golems up the top lane.
Team Gold, actually, the blue team. What is their name? Live Free Dive Hard. No, that's
honestly don't know if they're Live Free, Die Hard, Koei or the Foresters. I think they're the Foresters.
Okay, so let's go with the blue team. Actually has a 3K advantage right now over the purple.
I think
team.
purple is the Foresters.
Okay. So I think it's Live Free, Die Hard.
Yes.
I think they're winning strictly because of the name. Like, that is just such a great name for a team. Actually,
And
another dragon going to blue team yet again.
Live Free, Die Hard. Yeah, another. Yeah, their name is definitely really helping them win. So is the nearly 100 CS lead in the mid lane.
Yeah, and top lane, the 170, or sorry, the
60 Cs
to the 163. Absolutely just dominating CS everywhere, with the exception of that bot lane. 94 CS in the jungle with 98 CS. Nautilus actually beating Xin in CS, which is surprising because Nautilus is not a fast jungler.
No, Nasus going for pure armor and a little bit of health here. Gragas will take away half his health with his ultimate.
Yeah.
Even if he is ulted. Renekton has to be careful here. Is where they're Nasus putting down some good damage
I think
on
he's
him.
going to turn around and might fight this. I still think Renekton will be able to take this Nasus with this much armor. Keep in mind, he was farming that entire fight. He wasn't even swinging back at Nasus.
Yep. Nasus back to full health there from his passive. Which is currently 20% lifesteal for Nasus with 0 items. The double Bloodthirster
I thought
onto
they were
Lucian.
nerfing that, wasn't it? Weren't they changing it to per level?
It is lower, but it does scale up. He's at level 13 now, so it does reach max rank by that point, and it's going to be staying there. Lucian actually with the double Bloodthirster, looking to go into a Last Whisper now. So he's got an incredible amount of both AD and lifesteal. Steve from accounting and Gragas sitting in the bush waiting for someone.
See from accounting, let's check out what he's got right now. He has 427 movement speed with just boots. That's regular. Actually, quite a bit of armor.
Sitting on that Glacial Shroud there. Also giving him the mana for a very nice large shield. Looking to get a hook onto Burtbird again, possibly. He's been absolutely getting him with
dominating with these hooks.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen him miss one yet.
I almost said a really, really racist joke. I'm really glad I didn't. There's a great barrel.
Great barrel.
Steve from accounting, chasing down Burtbird. Burtbird not going to get out of this one. Beautiful barrel by Gragas. Great rundown by Steve from accounting.
Steve from accounting looking to get another hook on perhaps that Lux. Definitely don't want to pull Nautilus or Alistar if he can.
There's Nasus coming in, but... Oh, there's a great headbutt pulverize and a hook. Caitlyn look...
Caitlyn. And the ultimate comes out.
Blind's not going down there. Repugnant looking like he may go down here. Gragas is out. No, never mind. There's the Nasus ult. He's big. But meanwhile, in the top lane, Renekton said, you know what, you can go down to that mid lane. You can get a kill or two. Steve with accounting from another hook onto that Nautilus there. But Nasus does get the kill onto the Caitlyn there. But at the cost of a tier 2 tower.
Burpert going up now just to stop him.
Renekton does actually use his dash there. He could be in danger. Yeah, he is getting close
coming back up. I don't know if he will catch him in time. No, looks like he's going to get away.
No.
Actually, Nasus's ult is down for another 60 seconds. I'm pretty sure Renekton would... Actually, I can guarantee you Renekton would take a minute to trade right now. Even though Nasus is running that is 3-0. He's backing now, so let's see what he picks up. Burper looking to counter push that top lane.
Yep. Looking to try and take down that top tower, but it's barely been touched. It's still got 2k HP.
Very standard build on Nautilus. The lock it into Golem and MOBA boots with Home Guard.
Yep.
I
Very
mean,
tanky.
It works, though.
Yep. Very tanky.
Yeah, very tanky, but it's a great build on Nautilus.
Yep.
Almost standard for those two items now on him.
Yep.
That gold generation.
Yep. Solid amount of cooldown reduction as well.
Yeah, and just that needing that gold generation to kind of stay viable. Looking like Greg is going to get caught out here.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be able to do anything here.
Taking a long time to go down though.
Yeah. Well, just between Nautilus, Alistair, and Lux, there's not a huge amount of damage there.
True.
Steve from Counting gonna be looking for another hook.
Hook. Can he hit it with the knockup? Wow, knockup city right now.
I don't. The O-Wrecker disabling the tower.
Stephen McCowney hooking that Alistair.
Running away, but
He's 100% on those hooks today.
yeah, I don't think he's missed one. My
That's
FPS.
actually going for an inhibitor, and only Nautilus going back to stop him.
Yeah, he got that tower down to a quarter HP, but
I think they're going to trade an inhibitor here for that Nasus, or for the Renekton split push.
yep, they will be able to get this. Nasus, of course, just rips through structures.
Wow. Nasus' Q sitting on 121 stacks, actually.
That's actually fairly low for at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful barrel. Steve from Accounting.
Steve from Accounting finally misses one. Finally misses a hook, Steve from Accounting.
Oh, Greg is missing the barrel and the body slam, but Caitlyn doing 3 damage in auto attack to this Nasus. Like, maybe 3. Maybe 3.
Chipping away at that Nasus' health.
She
He's
doesn't
running
have her
a
Last
lot of
Whisper.
armor.
Has his Sunfire Cape, has a Frozen Fist. Oh, Iceborne Gauntlet. I'm
Frozen
sorry.
Fist. But 223 armor on Nasus right now, which is very scary against Caitlyn. Not going to be able to take him down. Blue actually running for the Baron. So this is the first Baron of the tournament at 29 minutes and 54 seconds.
Asia Sneaky Fellow actually did grab the Baron solo in the first
Oh,
game.
you're
that we
right.
did observe.
I don't know if that
This
counts.
Baron going very, very quickly.
I
Pugin.
don't know if Alistair and Nautilus might be able to smite this one away, actually.
Nope, not able to get in there. That is a free Baron. Greg's ult up in 5 seconds because it has a moronically short cooldown. Currently sitting on a 1 minute cooldown without blue buff. And only CDR from Athene's.
Getting that sweeper on Alistair.
Yep. He has his Ohm Wrecker and a Warden's Mail now, as well as a Ruby Sight Stone.
Great, another great barrel there.
Just,
And
oh,
another
Steve
great
from
barrel
Accounting!
Steve from Accounting! Hook City here. Alistair going up here, knocking that Renekton back to
Nectin
the
going
front.
down, though. No, is able to actually live. Will not die from the ult either. But Gragas will be going down here. Probably getting it, the kill on there. Steve from Accounting.
Nasus looking for this Caitlyn, hunting him down. Great slow by Caitlyn there.
Solid 90 caliber net to escape from that. There's pings going down on Dragon and Towers. Looks like the Foresters will be rotating down bot lane to pick up this tier 2 in it.
Just keep in mind that there is a 5k gold lead right now with on blue team.
Yes, that
So
is
they're
true.
most certainly not out of this game.
Nope. That is shortening up a little bit, but depending on who gets this farm, looks like Renekton just grabbing all of that. Looks to be going for his Sunfire now as well. Nasus with the Ninja Tabi as well. And they do, okay, 8 damage plus 10% of damage from basic attacks, plus 3 damage from defensive masteries. Means, assuming Caitlyn's autoing him, Nasus is probably blocking like 50 to 60 damage just from Ninja Tabi and Masteries and Doran's shield before his armor from Caitlyn.
Wow. And he's running at, what was it, 223 was it?
Yep.
It was,
Renekton
yeah, 233 actually.
walking into Nasus Nautilus, walking into the ends. Not fun there.
So actually, Renekton is getting out tanked by this Nasus right now because he's only running at 209 armor and what was it, 78 MR, where Nasus is sitting at the 117 MR with the 233 armor. Nasus is quite unstoppable at this point.
He's reaching that Nasus point.
Yeah. Very scary. He must have picked up a. Yeah, he did get a spectral cowl.
Yep. Very good item. Good CDR.
Great, and
HP.
it increases his passive once he gets the once he upgrades it to the Spirit Visage.
Yes.
Look at this tower. Tower not doing damage to him at all.
Nope.
Maybe 20 damage. Look at that.
He's
Tower hits.
in 5 tower hits, and he's gonna regen that up before they get to the next tower. Oh, there's a hook onto Renekton, but Renekton is still very tanky.
Caitlyn healing Nasus there with those auto attacks.
Yep, I think she was actually doing negative damage there. But Gragas definitely not healing Nautilus there with that barrel.
No.
Steve from accounting, finding Repugnant.
Finding Repugnant there, and another great knockup. Actually, Greg is going back in onto this Nautilus, and he will go down. They still do have that Baron buff, so this fight may go in their favor. Great ult by Lux.
Yep, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Steve from accounting get found. Caitlyn poking away, gets a good chunk of damage there onto her opponent. Oh, the flash! He has the flash, and Steve from accounting finally misses another one. The barrel there from Gragas. Gragas looking to put the chase on. There's Caitlyn throwing out her ult. Not able to take down Berber.
Barely enough. Just barely enough to survive there.
Berber did have his barrier in that situation. So if he probably was able to realize that that wouldn't kill him, and he did need the barrier. Gragas does manage to dodge that and throws out his barrel just to deter them. It's not really a big deal that he threw it out. It's up in it's a 52-second cooldown for him right now. So that's depending on the length of a fight in a chase, that's up twice.
Yeah.
For an ultimate. It's almost as bad as Lux's, who's only level 2 on her ult, but it's a 48-second cooldown. Closer to 49, but it's still absurd.
Actually, was that a Hydra? It is a Hydra on Renekton.
Yes,
I didn't notice that until now.
he does have a Ravenous Hydra. He finished off his own Sunfire Cape, and he has a Negatron Cloak, which he will be looking to build into a Spirit Visage. Spirit Visage, of course, already finished off onto Nasus as well as that Sunfire Cape.
Really, really good job on Nasus getting that tankiness of the team. Although, he can build tank and still do stupid amounts of damage with his Q, which I don't think Renekton can do. Baron will be coming back up in just over
A minute and
a half.
35. They do have that friendly counter that is on replays now, and spectator. Thank you, Riot.
You did something good.
It's a miracle. Now fix the client.
Actually, I'm going to be excited here to see if Steve will be looking to
Get some wards over the walls.
get some ward and thread the needle again.
Just hook City. Doesn't want to hook onto the Nautilus. Goes for a hook onto Lux. Does miss one.
Miss that.
There's a 5-man knockup out of Repugnant, and that's just going to be a wipe of a fight.
Great job by both Repugnant and Scarlet Nova there, getting the 5-man knockup and then the 5-man ulti.
Yep.
Just decimating there. Caitlyn going down very quickly before doing a bit of damage. Gragas actually doing quite a bit of damage to Nautilus, so he's going to peel off there.
Yeah. They do have to
I
be
think they're
careful. Gragas.
They're going to push for the inhibitor here.
Yeah, it did respawn. Nasus is full HP.
I think right now Nasus could solo this at this point. Just destroying that turret, or inhibitor with that
Yeah,
Q
he did
stack.
about half of its damage.
Yeah.
He's
sitting at 130 stacks, which actually isn't that impressive.
405 bonus damage on Siphoning Strike.
Light Slinger dealing a bonus 198 on the next hit. Can he get the hook? He will
It's
get
Steve
the-
from accounting. Just
Oh my god, great job from Steve from Accounting getting the ward hook.
ugh.
Another great Steve from Accounting play.
we just need someone needs to make a Steve from accounting highlight reel.
Yep.
That's
Probably the best Blitzcrank I've seen in the Halifax tournaments.
it's not a Blitzcrank though. It's Steve from accounting.
Best Steve from Accounting, you're right.
It's not even a Blitzcrank.
Crank on the team though. I don't know. I don't know where he is. I've yet to see this Blitzcrank.
Report Blitzcrank AFK. Renekton popping his ult there just to go in and tank that tower. They really want to take that tower down. Steve from Accounting just running down Scarlet Nova.
Hot damage.
But Nasus just hugely tanky, dealing out a lot of damage there.
Renekton barely escaping there. I wonder if he will get away. That was a really impressive job on Renekton knowing when to leave that fight.
Caitlyn getting withered though.
I don't know, yeah.
Will not live there. Baron up. Looks like that will be taken. Looks like that's going to end up being taken. But Gragas is up.
I'm 99% sure Greg is, did damage to red buff to try and kill Renekton.
That's
I'm 99%
likely.
sure. I just saw that.
Meanwhile, while that was all happening, Xin Zhao was actually taking the dragon.
That is true.
So that is
Pick for Baron though. It's not going to be too much of an even trade.
Gragas though, one of the best Baron stealers in the game. If he can get off his ultimate and his Q, he can burst this down. Nope. Great play by Repugnant there to headbutt him away. There's the wither. The jump over the wall into the damn. There's a Nautilus.
Really great job from Burpert there, getting the ultimate over the wall.
Yep. Angling it properly.
I actually think he might have gotten away there if Burpert hadn't done that because he did use his ultimate to catch Nautilus out.
Yep. So the big push coming down onto this mid lane.
I think this is going to be the final stand. This is the Alamo of the team fights right now.
Yep. They're
Great job from Steve from Accounting getting the 5-man silence off though. Actually, Burpert having to flash out from that. Still taking damage.
Steve Mechanic's still alive, but Nasus just not actually caring about anything. Steve from Accounting landing the hook onto Repugnant, pulling him into the Nexus Tower. Oh, he lives though! The game ends. Steve from Accounting almost making the play there, but that is a win for the Foresters.
Repugnant taking
Foresters with a 200 gold lead at the end of that game.
great job coming back from that.
Yep. Beautiful play by them.
GG's come out. Well done.
If you look at the gold totals, Renekton actually still ended up almost 1,000 gold ahead of Nasus, and he's had 100 CS more. But it was just Nasus does more damage
That's true.
than Renekton.
That's the thing. Nasus can build straight tank, farm all game, and out damage the AD carry.
Yep. Well, he just burst the AD carry, so they just Qs them once, and they're dead. It's great. More Suzanne coffee.
Actually, I lost the stream, so I'm not seeing this right now.
Oh no, this is one of the best ones I got. I'll just wait until we get a invite for another game, and then